So COVID-19, the coronavirus, how has this affected cruising, cruisers, and what's going to happen about refunds and vouchers and everything else? This video will give you the definitive answer, especially concerning MSC cruises. Hi, I'm Janet Bridge. I'm the Cruise Queen. Okay, so it's been a roller coaster few weeks where nobody seems to know what's going on. And I've hesitated to do a video on COVID-19 until I actually got a definitive answer, either directly from MSC or from a representative of MSC. But I finally got my cancellation email yesterday, so I thought it's about time I did it. Now, first of all, let me say this. It's not just MSC, guys. It's the whole industry. It's not just the cruise industry, it's the holiday industry. And I have heard people complaining and moaning and saying they're never going to book again and they're never going to use this company again and all that kind of stuff. First of all, we have to realise that this has never happened before in the history of cruising. And we also have to understand how the travel industry works. The travel industry pays commissions to agents, and it usually pays commissions to agents when they receive the money for the holiday. So billions of pounds have already been paid out in commissions to the agents who booked the holidays, the cruises, whatever. So when they've had to cancel cruises, listen, nobody wants to cancel cruises. Nobody wanted to cancel cruises. Every day the situation changed, and just like it's changed day to day in this country, it changed day to day in the holiday industry, the cruise industry. So MSC could be forgiven for not giving us, oh, why didn't they cancel everything 3 weeks ago when Italy did this? Because they were hoping, as we all were, that it wouldn't spread to the coast, that it wouldn't affect the ports, that it wouldn't affect the airports, that it wouldn't affect all the other countries. Everyone was hoping. I know from being on the forums, I was hoping that my cruise out of Germany on the 19th and my cruise out of Rome on the 22nd of April would go ahead. Or 29th of April would go ahead. I was hoping. I hoped that by then, a month or 5 or 6 weeks later, it would have passed over. But it didn't. That's a fact of life. Now, I understand people's frustration. They couldn't get the holiday they wanted. But what I don't understand really is all the hype about not understanding why they can't get refunds. First of all, the holiday companies do not have your money. They've paid it out already, or a large amount of it has been paid out to staff, still paying staff to answer all the billions of phone calls that they're getting. But also, do we want to be cruising when all this coronavirus stuff is over? I don't know about you, but I do. Now, I know that there's been some dissatisfaction with what's being offered. You know what? It is what it is. Unfortunately, I think that MSC have made the mistake of publicising what they've done for the American market on the European site, so that everyone's like, ooh, how come they've got 125% refund? Well, you have to also remember that people cruising out of America pay more for everything on the cruises. They have a lot of tax and stuff. So it's a bit different. It's a different market. It's a different marketing plan. It's different. Am I upset about not getting 125% refund? Hell yeah, of course. Nobody doesn't want to get the best they can, but it is what it is. So right now, MSC is saying any cruise up to 5 days, unless it's the 4-night cruise out of Durban, will not be eligible for onboard credit. Everybody is eligible for 100% of their cruise cost as a voucher. Now, you know, remember, that's like cash in the cruise industry. People are saying, well, I've got to feed my family, I've got to get cash back, I need to know how I'm going to survive. Well, the government's making provision for everyone, actually. So, in fact, that's a knee-jerk reaction, if you don't mind me saying. It's a knee-jerk reaction. And if you'd gone on holiday and this happened then, you would have lost your money anyway, right? So let's just be a bit wise. And I know for some of you, it's a large sum of money. I've got like 5 cruises paid for. So I've got quite a lot of money out there as well. But, and I'm staying at home just like everyone else. But the way I see it is this. I want to cruise when this is over. And yes, I've got other cruises booked. And no, I can't use my voucher against the cruises I already have booked. That's their way of getting business back. And you'll find that other cruise lines, other holiday packages, they will be doing the same thing. Now, who knows what might change in the coming weeks or months, depending on how long this thing goes on for. At the moment, MSC cruises are cancelled until the 30th of April. They're hoping, as we're hoping, that by 1st of May, this is all done and dusted and we can get back on the sea. Will it be done? Who knows? None of us know. None of us. So we can live in hope. If it isn't, they'll reassess the situation and perhaps extend it for a further month. But nobody wants that to happen. None of us do. We all want to be back cruising. And as far as, you know, you haven't got any holiday left, well, if you didn't get to take your holiday from work, then you've got to have it left. It's not your fault that you sat at home in social distancing or self-isolation. That's the government's fault. So I would argue that you still can go back and say, I want my holidays because I didn't have them. You know, I'm just saying, let's be sensible, guys. First of all, so cruises from 5 to 6 days will get £100 onboard credit put into the pot for them. So, you know, you might think, well, hey, that's not as good as 125%. But you know what? It's still better than 100% refund. Also, if you have a cruise from 7 to 13 nights, you're going to get £200 onboard credit. And yeah, it would have been nice to have the 125%, but it's not available. You have to remember that the cruise companies that are offering that are, for the most part, American companies. So they have to offer it across the board because everything is done in American dollars. And I would bet you paid a lot more for those cruises than we paid for the MSC cruise. And then from 14 nights plus, then there's 400 pounds onboard credit per cabin. So is it what we would have loved? No, but is it better than nothing? Absolutely. Now, why should you take the voucher instead of taking cash? First of all, the ABTA and ATOL have said to the holiday companies that they are not bound by the laws of cancellation. Normally, in the T&Cs, as many of you have pointed out, the laws of cancellation say that if for whatever reason, the cruise company or the holiday company cancel your holiday, you are entitled to a full cash refund. That's unequivocal. That's what it says. However, for any holiday company to adhere to that through an unprecedented crisis like COVID-19, they would all go bankrupt. And then we would all lose our money and it would all go into liquidation and we wouldn't have any cruises. And the prices would shoot up. We've got to help them to help us. Yes, I understand that people want cash, but just know that cash isn't being offered generally. Through the last week or so, the odd people have managed to get their cash back by stating or citing the rules, but honestly, they have been officially released from those rules because of this crisis. Let's work together. Let's accept the vouchers that they're offering. You've got until the end of 2021 to spend them. Then if by the end of 21 you haven't gone on another cruise, I can't ever see that happening for me, then you get your cash back. And yes, I understand that you might not be able to get the same cruise for the same money. But trust me, these cruises, they're going to be wanting to get people back on board. Do you think they're going to put high prices on cruises when they want to fill the cruise ships? Of course not. They're going to do what any other company in the nation will do, in the world will do. They will offer deals to get people back on board. So just don't jump at it. Wait and see what gets offered. Speak to your travel agent. Your travel agent knows this stuff. They know what happens. They know how these companies work. They will definitely be offering deals to try and get clients. So your voucher, it may not be that you're getting 125% refund on a voucher, but your voucher will still be able to get you a good deal. Now, you know, there was a great deal that we got from Hamburg to Southampton. It was cheaper than staying in a hotel for 3 nights on B&B. Will we get that? I don't know. I don't know if we will or not. But you know what? I'll be looking out for it. And I'm not going to have a knee-jerk reaction to any of this. None of us know how long this is going to last for. None of us know. We're all hoping for the best but preparing for the worst. So let's be sensible, folks. And, you know, I know you've got your own opinion, and I'm quite happy for you to write loads of comments on why I'm talking a load of rubbish. That's entirely up to you. But I would say that all the companies, MSC included, have to still pay staff. They have to still get people home. They have to still get their staff home. They have to still run their offices. They have to man their phones. They have money that's already been paid out to agents. The agents, their livelihood is on the line because they can't really sell holidays. And people are going, oh, MSC are advertising holidays when it's all been cancelled. So is everybody. This is just to keep it. These are just automated things that go out all the time. Just know that no one knows. And let's just wait and see. Let's pull together. This country can pull together to get through this. And every country can pull together to get through this virus, and we can all pull together to keep the cruise industry running, to keep MSC running. Please don't get on the phones. The more you get on the phones complaining and demanding your money back, the more it's taken up with people that you're going to get the same kind of answer. Now, you know, I know people moan about the people on the phones. Do they sometimes give you rubbish answers? Yeah, we know that. We know they're not the best at knowing what's going on. But you know what? In this virus, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing half the time. So day to day things change. Just keep an eye out. Start being positive instead of negative. It does much better for your health. Positivity definitely helps you. You know, there's a good book that says laughter does good like a medicine. So let's be positive. Let's look at the positivity of the situation. We're all learning how to communicate better. We're learning how to communicate more online. We're spending time with our children. We're planning. I love the fact that on one of the forums somebody's come up with the virtual cruise. I've been virtually cruising. I'm thinking about all the places that we can go. And MSC, when we're allowed out again, you put an all-sea cruise on where we don't dock anywhere. We just go out to the sun and bootle around in the sunshine. I'm on it because for me, I love the cruise experience, and I know there's a few other people that are exactly the same as me. So, guys, I know it's a big ask when you've got a bunch of money sitting there that you don't know what's going to happen to it, but be wise here. Let's just preserve the industry, preserve the cruise industry, preserve the holiday industry, because when this is all over, we'll all want a cruise. We'll all want a holiday. We'll all want to get out and embrace relaxing in the sun somewhere. So I know that, this has been a little bit of a rant, this has been a little bit of an explanation maybe that some of you it won't be popular with. But, listen, decisions aren't popular. Our Prime Minister's made decisions that are not popular. But in this age, in this time, it's necessary. Let's all pull together, be positive and look forward to cruising. Get online, get on the forums. You know what? I've been quite disappointed that on the forums that I'm part of, there's been very little input recently that's of a positive nature. A lot of it's been complaints and moaning. And, I know that we've all got a bit to moan about, but let's face it, moaning doesn't help. Let's all encourage one another and look forward to when this thing's over and done with and we can go forward onto the seas again and be happy cruisers. So take care, everybody. If you liked it or you didn't, hit subscribe, because if you like disagreeing, you might like disagreeing with me every day. I'll try and keep up with these. I had scheduled every day until beginning of April, when I was going to be going on a cruise, so I would have more to share with you. Don't know that I'm going to be able to do every day, but I will still keep doing these videos as often as I can to keep you encouraged. As things change, I'll come on and update you. But in the meantime, as I said, do subscribe, even if it's only to moan at me. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going to post again. Like or dislike, up to you. And I'll see you soon. I'm Jan Obridge. I'm the Cruise Queen. Have an awesome week, enjoying your self-isolation. Take the time to just relax and chill. Bye.